Let's go, D.
On first down, it's Watson. And his first pass is incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
SOS. Mike 5-5.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Oh, he shifts past him. Caught here by Bell. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, watch delay. Check.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go. Check safety. Go.
Now Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. On the carry, it's Cannon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Bravo!
Here's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
After the run, Watson going to throw. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Texans.
Hey, we're set. 19. Alert. Get away.
On first down, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run it right side with Cannon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I don't think you got it, son.
They'll run with Cannon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He's set. 19. 57. Come on. I know he ain't got it.
On first and 10, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down now, it's Cannon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Darnold on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw, Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
This is it. 19, 50, 24. Hey, check my defense.
Watson on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
What's that? 19. Alert, alert. Up to me, drop. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Cut. Mike.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Rush in. Alert.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Cannon. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check 55 to Mike.
Yo, ladies.
Mike 55.
Smooth.
From the 44, Darnold. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
General West.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Defense, get out the field, defense.
Greystone, travel.
Check 6 guard.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Mike 55. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me.
Yeah, ready.
Mike 55. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, Alpha.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch that.
To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Bud.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now it's Darnold. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit for Todd Bowles. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got this. To the floor.
Mike, 53. Mike.
To the floor.
All day, defense, all day.
Now Watson throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Returning, it's Benjamin. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, Cannon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Say, red 80.
They go again with Cannon. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Keep playing hard.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Let's get it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Darnold. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Let's go, let's go. Number 53, Mike 53.
Here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, boom. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Mike 55. 50. Mike 59.
indeed snap it to Watson. And no, it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. It's Cannon. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Bell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 62 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Watson, and it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Bell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll try the right side with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Jets, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road